Get ready to enter the Thrivetime Show.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now we here.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top. Teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colton Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of five, that's why I'm a dive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the CNC up on your radio. And now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we here.
All right, T-Town, welcome back. Oklahomies, welcome back. You're listening to the Thrivetime Show during your drive time home. And as always, my name is Clay Clark. I'm the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year in your ear. And I am joined here with the man, the myth, the legend, the optometrist turned entrepreneur, turned auto auctioneer, turned banker guy, turned thoroughbred racing guy, turned durable medical. I don't even know.
Okay, already.
It's Dr. Robert Zellner, sir. How are you?
I am fantastic. I am fired up on this Friday.
I can feel
You made it. Everybody out there, you made it. You're driving home. You punched the time clock for the week.
One more week. You did it.
You got the weekend. You got tailgating, football games,
Oklahoma
Joe's barbecue on the way home. I mean, it's an exciting day.
We not only is Oklahoma Joe's, not only are we proud to have them as a sponsor, but we just love eating those baked beans.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
I can't help it.
People say once you've reached the top of the capitalism mountain, what do? You go to Oklahoma Joe's and get the world's best baked beans.
I know. It's people always use the term. It's like it's as addictive as crack. I'm like, so you used crack before? They're like, no. It just seemed like it would be.
Yeah, well, okay. Here's the deal.
They're like the bean equivalent of crack. I think
all addictive drug references aside, we have not only on the world, we have the world's best baked beans. Okay, but we have one of the world's best financial advisors on the program today. This is
who wants to know about. I mean, does anybody out there care about their finances? I mean, why are we doing this show?
I don't care.
Let's do like a home and gardening thing instead.
I was going to watch The View.
Maybe
I didn't have time. I was very busy. So we have a guy by the name of Chris Bryan on the show today. Let me give you a little quick background here. He's a veteran of the U.S. Navy. Thank you very much. He is a guy who has helped many Tulsans do this thing he calls guarantee your retirement. So let's say you're thinking about retiring, you're trying to plan your retirement, you don't want to lose your nest egg. He helps people guarantee the retirement.
You want to hang on to that nest egg.
You want to hang on
to that thing.
Don't want to lose it. Don't want to crack it.
No.
Chris, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. This is an awesome show.
We're going to have a lot of fun today, and we're talking about the 8 financial management and retirement super moves to help you achieve financial freedom. And so super move number 1 is you want to start with a plan. Now, I have a notable quotable that I want to read here from Benjamin Franklin, okay, one of our founding fathers, the guy who created
father of the mullet.
Father of the mullet. People forget he invented the mullet and the bifocals.
And those are my 2 favorite things, by the way. I mean, being an eye doctor, that's just a turn on.
And he says, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. And so, Chris, I want to ask you, how do people, what's the first step people need to take when they're planning their financial future? What's the first step they need to take?
Well, first of all, you've got to know where you're going. I mean, the big thing is most people don't necessarily know what kind of plan they're going to have. Mm-hmm. What do they want to do when they retire? They want to travel. They want to stay put. They want to sit on their couch and watch TV. I mean, what's your plan? You got to know how to get there. So, you kind of have to know exactly where you're going before you can tell somebody how to get there, if you will.
Now, I have a little tip behind the tip. If you disagree as a financial advisor, you tell me here. I think you have to write out a list of all the things you want to get to done, kind of like your bucket list, and you almost have to plan as though you're going to live forever. But you also have to make sure you schedule these things that really matter to you, your vacations, your trips. I mean, you have to plan as though you're going to be on the planet a long time, but also put in some those things like going on the cruise and those kind of things. I mean, as a financial advisor, when you sit down with a couple and you start talking real deal financial advisory and planning, are couples usually on the same page, or are they a little bit different on their worldviews here?
Rarely ever are they on the same page.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you have the wife wants to go and do all this. The guy wants to sit on the couch and relax for a little while.
Oh, wow.
You got to have them meet in the middle a little bit. But of course, you've got those balances, and that's important.
Could it be? Have you ever had to be like a financial therapist almost, where you're trying to talk the guy into compromising a little bit? I mean, when you sit down, is this the first time that a lot of people have ever thought about these things?
It's all about compromise, actually, just because of the fact you might have the couples disagree on a few things, but at the same time, most people would love to have this huge mansion, on the lake when they retire, and maybe their budget isn't necessarily going to allow that to put that much money back. So it takes time.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Now, Z, I have a question for you.
Oh, yeah.
I have seen the various animal heads on your walls, and you have a rug on your wall. If you're watching right now on Facebook Live, we have a wall here. It's a wood wall that's behind you.
It's a wood wall.
I'm going to speculate it's about 15 feet tall, perhaps 20 feet wide, 25 feet wide, and you have a rug.
I get a tape measure if you want.
You have a rug.
I get a tape measure.
You have a rug that's the size of that wall.
Yes, sir.
Do you? I mean, you do.
It's a tapestry. It's not a rug.
Okay, so
it's a tapestry.
Okay, so walk me through. First off, when did you get the idea to get the tapestry or the tapestry as you call it?
Which one is it? It's a tapestry.
I think it's tapestry.
Is it tapestry?
You're the one who bought it. You can call it whatever you want.
I think I said it wrong. Tapestry. Well, when we bought this house, the great room, I said I kind of want to make it like a castle room. So I made it a castle room, and then in a castle you find tapestries. So I called a company and ordered it, and it's pretty cool. So it's hanging there on the wall.
And you have armor.
Yes, armor. Well, how can you have a castle room without having a suit of armor? I mean, that makes no sense.
You have a suit of armor.
Yes.
And you have chairs that are like thrones. Have you ever been to Thrive15.com and you've watched our interviews?
How can you not have here again, it seems self-evident. And swords. And
you have the heads of how many different animals?
Last count, I don't know, a couple dozen.
And you went to Africa to shoot them?
Yes.
And you went on a tour?
Peter's going to shut down our show now.
You went on a tour. You went on a tour to go get them.
Yes, I went a tour. That's what you got. Tour of duty.
Now I'm going to just recap.
Yes.
Did the tour cost money?
Yes.
Did the taxidermy service of saving a animal's massive cranium cost some money?
Yes.
Did the tapestry cost money, or did you just get that for free at Lowe's?
No, it cost money.
I thought there was a special. If you buy a couple cans of paint, you get a free tapestry.
Well, there could be some weekends, but I guess I missed that sale.
Have you ever thought and sat down at one point as a young man, because you started your own business, you used to work 7 days a week when you started your optometry clinic. Did you ever sit down and go, hey, someday I have a list of certain things I want to do, and it might cost some money? Did you ever sit down and think about your financial future?
I did. And what I want to know is, that, seriously, because when you and I hooked up a couple of years ago, and you cast your vision for Thrive15.com, this online business coaching, which I thought that is I get Shark Tanked a lot, and you Shark Tanked me a couple of years ago. And I said to myself, that is a great idea, and it's going to be a huge success. And one of the first things out of my mouth to you, Clay Tiberius Clark.
Tiberius, that's true.
Captain Clay Tiberius Clark is, I wanted to know, I asked her, I said, what's your dreams? What are your goals?
And you queued up this music, it freaked me out at first, but then I just let it happen.
What do you cast me a vision? What do you see yourself doing with what we're going to do with this? And what did you say?
I said I wanted to mentor millions, and then I really didn't have anything beyond that. I just said
You're not getting into the song, by the way. I need a little bit more.
I'm sorry. I said
let the DJ come out.
I wanted to mentor millions.
Yeah.
And I wanted to matriculate millions of people, teaching them how to start or
did
grow
you and
a
Vanessa
business.
have a talk about what we're going to do with?
We did, and we did have a talk. And this is what happened: is we because you conjured up the idea, we discovered that what we have to do, because you asked me what's your big dream, and I didn't really have one beyond other than mentoring millions, because financially we're at a place where we didn't really need to worry about money.
Right,
anymore.
and that's exactly what Chris was talking about, is that you have to stir that up in them.
And you caused it, though. You were like our financial advisor. Are you licensed?
I'm not licensed in 37 of the states, but
no, I'm not licensed, but it's a thing you do, and that's like Chris just said. It's so important for everybody out there listening. Pull over to your nearest truck stop. I know you're driving home.
Yeah.
Pull over right now. Quick Trip, truck stop, something.
Yeah.
And you need to write down a list of what those things are you're looking for, what your dreams are, what you want to do when you retire.
And I have a little sound effect that reminds me of Chris. I'm gonna cue this up before I ask him the next question.
Anchor, right?
It's Anchor Financial Group. Anchor Financial Group. Let me tell you what. Wow. Now, if you call Anchor Financial Group, I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. They're going to sit down with you, and they are going to help you figure out what your unified goals are. And I just want to ask you, for someone listening right now, Chris, who goes, I don't need a financial advisor. I've got it all together.
I got it all together.
My wife and I have never talked at all about our financial plans. We're
I have
fine.
a passbook savings account.
Why does everybody need a financial advisor, whether they use you or not? Why do they need somebody?
You know, anything we do, we want to get better at, we need a coach. And the whole idea is to be coachable. Number one, start the program. You know, if you're going to start working out, start working out.
Start working out.
Get there. And once you've got to do, what you got to do is just get those pieces together in the right area, because you don't have time to keep up with what the market's doing. You have time to keep up with all the different products you could possibly be invested in. That's my job. Rely on somebody that can come to bat for you in that area and give you some coaching on where you need to go in every step of your life.
Now, I want to ask you this, because you talk a lot about IFCOME versus income. What's the difference? What are you talking about?
IFCOME is something that somebody cannot necessarily rely on. I mean, 2008, everybody lost, well, I'd say for the majority of people, lost 40% of their retirement savings.
You're being negative.
I know. That sounds so negative.
Nancy.
It does sound negative.
Get off the set, Nancy.
Unbelievable, Nancy.
And
So bad.
imagine yourself at a retirement point. What if you were 65, about to retire, you just lost 40% of your income? That's IFCOME, because it was related to the market. It was actually invested in the market. The tangible things that even had people with their rent homes or things of that nature that they could sell and retire on, those things went down in value tremendously in 2008. So those things are important. Those are your IFCOME. Your income, what you really want to rely on are things that cannot lose value.
Okay. Things that cannot lose value.
Things that cannot lose value, such as taking your actual dollars into a company that has the ability to keep you from having that negative loss.
Or like your baseball card collection, Clay. That's guaranteed.
I had a Cal
That's a guarantee.
I have a Cal Ripken rookie card that I bought for $50. I'm sure it's gone up in value since he set the Ironman record. Now, if you're listening right now, you are listening to the Thrivetime Show. We come back, we're going to be talking about Super Move number 2. All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to your inspiration station. Also the place where we give you that practical education. See, a lot of times we get out there, we've gone to a formal school, we've gone to some kind of a formal education, and we get out there and we start a business, we get a job, and we don't know the specific step-by-step stuff to move beyond just surviving. And that's why we built this show. It's called the Thrivetime Show. It's your audio dojo of mojo. It's business school without the BS. And yes, my name is Clay Clark, the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year, in your ear. And I'm joined here with Dr. Robert Zellner in the house. Sir, how are you?
I am fantastic. It's Friday. TGIF.
What do you like most about Fridays? I mean, honestly, what is the thing about Fridays where you just go, this is why we're here? I love Fridays. What is the one thing that gets you the most pumped about a Friday?
Well, in the fall, it's because I know college football's following on the next day.
Big OU guy.
I'm a big OU. I'm a big Sooner fan, so I can't hip it.
Yeah, now here's the thing: is I've never seen you get too emotionally rocked about anything, but when the Sooners lose,
I'm devastated.
It rocks your mind a little
and
bit.
Marshall, Ohio State fan, when they beat us this year, I didn't want to show up. And then when I did show up, I wanted to punch him. I wanted just to wail like. But he's so big.
He's so big.
He's so big.
Big man. Now today we have on the show today. We're talking about this concept, these 8 financial management super moves to help you achieve financial freedom. Now, why would you want to achieve financial freedom? Why not be financially enslaved? Well, I'm going to give you some just deep thoughts here. And I looked this up. I want everyone to Google this tonight.
I'm Googling
Google the percentage
right now.
Google the percentage of Americans that can't afford to retire. Just Google that. USA Today. You're going to find that the majority can't do it. Google the percentage of Americans, okay, that are graduating with massive college debt. Just do your own research. And I'm going to tell you what, if you're not diligent, specific, and intentional about planning your financial future, you're going to end up where you don't want to be. And that's why we brought on a dude. He's a veteran of the U.S. Navy. He's tough. If some sort of fisticuff breaks out here, if some sort of melee.
If the guys from production rush us, I'm getting behind him.
Yeah, it's Chris Bryan with Anchor Financial Group. Chris, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Man, I am excited, but there's a lot of people who don't know you as well well as I know you. Could you explain to the Thrivers out there listening what exactly Anchor Financial Group does and how they can get a hold of you?
Well, our tagline is anchor your assets. I think that probably says it all. So whatever is an asset is something we typically deal with. Now, when it comes to money and where you place it and all different stages of life, whether you're just starting out, providing for kids, whether you're preparing for retirement, all different stages of life, we take care of those things that hold your family together: life insurance, health insurance, retirement, long-term care, those kinds of things.
All
always
those boring things that really matter.
That matter.
So
That's right.
boring.
I'm going to say this. They help you have a bad day and not a bad life.
Right.
Seriously, bad things happen. If you have planned,
That's good.
You have a bad day, not a bad life. Boom. So super move number 2, create a budget. Tell your money where to go. Okay? So I'm going to give you a notable quotable from Dave Ramsey. He says, a budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went.
Where did it go?
This is Dave Ramsey. I mean, he's American. He's a great American. He's an entrepreneur. He's a radio show host. He's a best-selling author. But you agree with Dave Ramsey overall here, Chris. But you do disagree with Dave on one thing. One thing. What is that one thing?
One thing you hear from Dave Ramsey all the time is, and I'll give you an example, is buy term, invest the rest. That works for a lot of people. The problem is
Buy
people
term what?
Buy term life insurance and invest what you would normally put into a permanent life insurance policy.
Quick time out. Quick time out, because my job is to get through the jargon. Okay, you're over here saying term
Jargonese.
So for anyone listening right now, because again, the studies show the majority of Americans don't understand the difference between term and whole life insurance. Can you kind of explain that real quick?
Sure. Term insurance is what really, in one simple word, temporary.
Okay.
Very easy terms to understand is a term is only for a term in life, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years.
Okay.
Permanent policy would be your other side, the whole life, the universal lives, the index universal life policies.
Yeah. And so you're saying right here, Dave Ramsey says what, and you're saying what?
He typically says buy term, invest the rest. So pay the little bitty price and invest what it would cost to do the rest.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Back to you, Chris.
Biggest thing is just to make sure that if you're buying a term policy, you need to invest the rest. Most people don't. That's the problem, is they forget the second half. They'll buy term and then the budget runs out at the end of the month. They don't actually create a budget and to succeed.
Now, you have worked with many clients. We're talking about hundreds of clients, thousands of people. You've helped them financially prepare for their future. Mm-hmm. And rumor has it that your financial strategies that you have strategies in place to help people guarantee they won't lose money. I push back. On behalf of the listeners, we have intelligent listeners. They say, whatever. Not possible. How do you do it?
Well, the biggest thing is to make sure that you've got the right kind of policy in place. The expertise that it takes to build a policy is no short affair. We have to make sure that we're well trained in what we do. My agents are well trained in what we do to make sure that when we invest in a product or put money into, for instance, a life insurance policy, we know we want the cost of insurance as low as possible in order for to get the gains that the policy can possibly do. Now, I know that sounds like a financial ease. The whole idea is to make sure that we get all of the money working for us as fast and as furiously as we possibly can without as many fees that we might see in some of the other strategies.
Here's the question I have. Where do most people get it wrong? Where do most people get it wrong? When you meet with people and you're going, this is scary, what you're doing here. You are screwing up. Not our listeners. We have geniuses who listen to our show.
Right.
We have people from other planets tuning in who are geniuses. We have aliens listening who are geniuses. We have only geniuses on this show. Sir, where do most people get it wrong? Not our listeners, but other listeners.
Other listeners might get it wrong when they decide to actually go to a firm that doesn't know what they're doing or that actually have just started. We've been doing this for, my business partner 25 years, me 15 years, just between the two of us. We've got quite a lot of experience. So we've been doing this a long time. So making sure that they have the training possible to put them in a situation for success.
This is not a political show, Z. This is not a political show.
I thought it was a home and garden.
This is a home and garden show. We never talk about politics because we're talking about photosynthesis
and tulips,
greenery,
and pansies. Pansies are a thing right now.
They're the strongest. They're the strongest.
I know, with the weakest name.
With the weakest name. No, but seriously, this is not a political show. But I want to say, Donald Trump. He's our new president. Mm-hmm. Some people listening, they elect. They say, I don't know. I don't like him. Maybe some people say I like him. Either way, there's a lot of people right now with insurance costs. The insurance costs are going up. They're going up They're going up. Z, have you seen the cost? They're going up.
They're going up. They're not going down. They're going up. They're going up.
And for my family, they went up by about 70%. So it was not doubled, but almost. We have 5 kids. So when we get back here, I want you to address the elephant in the room for a lot of people. This is not a political thing, but with insurance costs going up, and up, how is it that people can financially get ahead when the costs are going up? I mean, what are because you guys work with insurance, you work with financial planning. How do you help people manage their financial certainty in a time and place where the insurance costs are going up? It's kind of an uncertain political environment. And Z, I mean, you work with, you have an optometry clinic. You deal with people who have insurance.
Oh, yeah.
And are people stressed out a little bit about the insurance costs?
Absolutely, and I think that was one of the big factors in the election, quite frankly. But it's going to be interesting to see what gets replaced and what the plan's going to be. I mean, all of us are going to go, what are the rules? Because you know what, and today's show is all about.
We want to be rich. We want to get rich. We want to get ahead financially. We want to be free.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it. Copious amounts of cash. Bartender says, can I get you something? You go, yeah, give me 4 somethings. Give me something for my friend. Stay tuned. Thrivetime Show. Hello, Oklahomies, and welcome back to the Thrivetime Show during your drive time home. And Dr. Z, my brother from another mother, it is a Friday, and I am euphoric. I'm excited. I'm at the pinnacle of just the peak of excitement here today, my friend. It's a lot of pageantry in the air.
The only thing that can make it better is if I pull into Oklahoma Joe's on the way home and get some of those burnt ends and some baked beans.
Nothing could be better than
Just
that.
meat candy. Now, I want to ask you a question, Clay.
Sure.
Is it just the way it worked out, or did you plan this? That today's show, we're going over the 8 financial management retirement super moves, and you happen to have a gentleman that owns a company that deals in financial planning super moves. Is it a coincidence?
Yeah, what happened was the no planning at all, no forethought, what we did is we wanted to grab a random person off the street.
Okay, random success story. Because hey, here on the Thrive Show, we like to find local success entrepreneurship stories and bring them on the show and let them give a little of their super moves, a little of their gravy, some of their little magic dust that can spread around.
Which I refer to as Oklahomies, and I'll tell you why I do that.
Oklahomies, I like that.
Because now, I mean, I went to college. And a lot of people go to college. What they typically do is they'll graduate.
Yes, I see where you're going with this.
Now, I wrote a parody song about Richard Roberts, which he did not find to be as funny as I did. But it resulted in me being excommunicated, asked to leave, if you will.
Well, you had a choice.
I had a choice, yeah.
You could recant,
or I have to leave.
Recant or leave.
Yeah, so I left Oral Roberts University unceremoniously. And I say all that to say that now a lot of the guys that I pal with, I hang out with, are doctors. I mean, literally, like Dr. Mobile. We had Dr. Mobile on. He's a doctor.
He's a
Dr.
doctor.
Edwards, doctor. Dr. Porchuri. There's just, I mean, it seems like everyone I'm around is a doctor. Doctor. And they look at me and they go, no
Clay.
Talent. Clay, what do you do?
He's a DJ.
What do you do?
He was a DJ.
And then when they say he used to be a DJ, it's like, oh gosh. But the thing is, I'm telling you,
Hold on to that.
when you study successful people, when you are intentional about surrounding yourself with them, you're going to discover there are some great Oklahomies. They're good people.
Great Oklahomies.
Good people. They're not pretentious. They're not ridiculous, but they know how to become successful.
Well, you know what's funny about that is Forbes just rated Tulsa as one of the best cities in the country, one of the top 5 cities for entrepreneurship.
Period.
And it got number 1 for female entrepreneurs last year. So
absolutely, and I have a low amount of estrogen, so I can't relate to that at all. But I can tell you there's many women listening who can, and we have a lot of great female guests. But today we have a man who's loaded up with testosterone.
Yeah,
and he knows a lot about financial success.
Yeah,
he's a guy who helps you he can financially advise you. He can help you get where you need to go. It is Chris Bryan right here with he's Anchor Financial Group. So Chris, for people who don't know who you are and what you guys do over there at Anchor Financial Group, what do you guys do?
Well, we're one of the largest agencies in Oklahoma. We handle about, thousands of clients.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have a lot of people that rely on us to help them anchor their assets.
Now, we're talking about super move number 2, create a budget, tell your money where to go. How can people create a budget and tell their money where to go when insurance costs are going through the roof? How do they do it?
Yeah, I tell you what, everybody's getting those hate mail, if you will, that everything's doubling. And I could tell you our phones are lighting up, that just happens. But the thing is what we do is we create strategies. We have some proprietary things for group health. We have some proprietary things for individual health to try and get those premiums as low as we possibly can. Get even taking in consideration the subsidies that the government gives for this one next year. To who knows what's going to happen after that, guys. I mean, really, with Trump taking over in January, we are going to be on a roller coaster ride in this. So really, we're planning for 1 year at a time here.
Well, for anybody who's listening right now who says, "Oh yeah, Donald Trump's elected. It's going to be great. It's going to be great every day, right? It's going to be incredible." Or for anybody who goes, "Oh no, Donald Trump was elected. We're not going to make it. It's World War III." Either way, for people who want to get a hold of you and they want to get a hold of their financial future, what's the phone number? What's the digits? How can they get a hold of you?
918-591-2880 is our local address. We're right at 45th and Garnett. Easy central location. Come by and see us. We'd love to see you. What's
your website for anybody who's a conspiracy theorist and who's kind of going, I don't know if they're real. Do they have a website?
www.myanchorgroup.com.
My Anchor Group.
Myanchorgroup.com.
Okay. All right. Now, super move number 3. Give yourself some fun money so you'll stay on budget. Now, here's the deal. Dave Ramsey says this. He says, children do what feels good. Adults devise a plan and follow it. Now, here's the thing. Z, you talk a lot about, I talk a lot about the 5 F's.
Yes.
Faith, family, finances, friendships, and fitness. That's your big goals.
It's your big 5. And then I bring
family, finance, fitness, friendships. But I brought
the 6th F in, the secret F.
Okay.
The one F that I have brought to your table.
Yeah.
And that is fun.
Fun.
And that's exactly what Ramsey's talking about here.
Why do we need to have fun, Z? Why?
Listen, all work and no play.
When I was a young man, one of the things my dad used to do is he used to make me go outside and haul rocks. And then when I ever finished hauling the rocks, he would have me walk to school uphill, Z, both ways. You see, that's what was fun to me. Fun to me was not getting hit with a stick by my dad for not getting to school fast, Z. See, that's the kind of fun we had back in the day. See, we were thankful for it. When my dad used to yell at me, I was thankful because he spoke to me.
Yes, and the end of that is makes Jack a dull boy. So
what?
Nobody wants dullness. We all want, at the end of the day, we all want to have a little bit of fun, And if you don't want to have fun, you secretly do. You secretly do. You may not on the outward side.
I've never had fun in my life.
You may say I don't, but you know what? Somewhere deep down inside is a child hiding.
And so
hiding out with your chickens. We're going to have fun.
You encourage blocking out times to have fun. You encourage to do it.
You have to.
You encourage budgeting for some fun.
You have to.
You encourage spending some money on some fun.
You have to. Otherwise, your brain explodes with all the stressors of life, all the pressures that life brings on.
But you don't live in a van down by the river because you spent all your money on a bunch of you didn't spend all your money on a bunch of random stuff here. So this is a balance. It's the Thrivetime Show. Hello, Tulsa, and welcome back to the Thrivetime Show during your drive time home. We're located on the left coast of the Arkansas River. We are broadcasting right now from the Thrive15.com world headquarters in beautiful Jinx, America, where every day is a holiday. I mean, the energy, the positivity within the Thrive15.com world headquarters is incredible. A lot of people come in here and they go, am I in Silicon Valley? Am I in Austin, Texas? Am I Z, can you describe the decor that makes the people want more inside the Thrive15.com world headquarters?
It's a 4-letter word. It's cool.
It is. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. And what's even more fun is that everybody that goes to the Flying T, just a couple doors down from us, they can just they can see us. They're driving for us. So there's a lot of people driving to us that never reach us.
That's actually a thing. And I will say this also, we have some of the most diligent security personnel here. And if you ever go over those speed bumps...
Did you get busted the other day?
I have not.
I do the move where I go around them, but then the other day I was going around them.
Did you get pulled over by the golf cart?
No, but I think I could have outrun him. I think I could have taken him. But he eyeballed me. We have some
of the most diligent, most specific, most detailed, most aggressive, most accurate mall cop golf cart kind of guys. And what they want to do is they want to make sure that you're not speeding through the traffic, through the parking lot after hours, before hours, weekends. They're gonna watch it.
It's a thing.
And I appreciate it.
We pay them well to make sure that we
respect it, and they keep it safe here. Now we have a very special guest on the show today. This is a guy who knows a little bit about protecting our country. He knows a little bit about that, okay? This guy, he served in the U.S. Navy, and he knows a little bit about protecting your financial future, okay?
Ooh.
This is Chris Bryan. He's here. He's here today. He could be anywhere in the world right now, but he chooses anywhere in the world. He could be in Paraguay. He could be in Australia. He could be on a boat, serving the Navy right now. They wanted him. He just chose not to go back, okay? But the thing is, he is here. And he is actually a partner with Anchor Financial Group. Chris, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, guys. Thanks.
Now, I want to ask you this. We're talking about this super move number 4, say goodbye to all of your debt.
Say goodbye.
Now, I want to ask you this. As a financial advisor, why do you care about people's financial future other than the fact that you you financially benefit as the client financially benefits? So when they make money, you make money. I mean, you guys have kind of a relationship where you're in it together, sort of. But why do you care about people's financial future? Seriously.
I love to see people smile.
Really?
I don't like to get the bad phone calls as, hey, where's all my money after 2008 going, now what am I supposed to do? And looking at me to solve an issue that I didn't have control over.
Now, according to, this just in, according to the Wall Street Journal, it says, based on data from the Federal Reserve, outstanding credit card debt is set to hit $1 trillion in 2016. Well, this just in, it happened.
Yep.
This just in. Now, Dave Ramsey says this. He says, the first step to taking control of your money is to stop borrowing. Now, you're sitting down with a customer, you're sitting down with a couple, you're sitting down with a person, an Oklahomie, an 1170 listener, a good person, somebody who works hard, they're trying to take care of their family, and you sit down and you're trying to help them take control of their financial future. Talk to me how important it is for people to stop spending more than they make.
Well, we talked about fun just in the last segment, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You can go overboard with that, and a lot of people do. But just like you mentioned also, once you become an adult, we have to start doing adult things, and setting aside for our future is one of them. Or also just setting aside for emergencies. I see a lot of people that don't do that.
Now, here's what I hear a lot of people say. They go, oh, Bjorn, do you want to save any money? No, I want to go to the lake house this weekend. Do you want to go to the...
Let's go ice fishing,
Let's go ice fishing. Hey, seriously, why don't we get some Molson and we could watch some Minnesota Wild. They're going to be very good. They're playing the Canucks tonight.
Oh, yeah, Spin.
And let's just get the essentials. Just 24 packs of... Okay. This is what people are doing, though. Seriously, you got a lot of adults who are 40, I grew up in Minnesota, so I kind of have fun with this. But you'd see a lot of 40-year-old adults in Minnesota. And in Minnesota, it might sound crazy for the listeners, but have you ever been ice fishing?
No, I haven't.
I'm going to walk you through how this works.
Okay.
Step 1, you wait for the lake to freeze. The lake is frozen.
Okay, step 1, check.
Step 2, you drive a truck onto the ice.
Onto the frozen lake.
Would you go to step 2?
No, but okay.
I feel like this is on your bucket list. You need to do this.
You're probably right. Okay, it's on my list now.
So you go up there.
Put it down low, though.
Yeah, and then what you do is you find a guy named Bjorn or Rauschendorfer or Otteson, and you go, hey, Bjorn, you want to go ice fishing? So what you do is you have a house that you heat that's on a lake that's frozen.
Okay.
And you auger a hole. Augering is like you're drilling, like it's like
how thick is the ice?
At this point, it's like maybe a foot or more is when you're supposed to go out there.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen the movie Grumpy Old Men?
Oh yeah, that's where I've learned my ice fishing techniques.
So what you do is they put in street signs and they'll label it, and people literally will go out there and they will spend the majority. They put a TV in there and they'll watch the Minnesota Vikings. And you'll see people who are so intoxicated before noon because you're in a small, it's like a porta potty.
Oh Lord!
And you're putting in, you're fishing. You're sitting in a line. You can't move though. You put a line in there, and you're just waiting for something to nibble.
Yeah. So what do you catch up there? What's in the line?
Walleye.
Well, walleye. Okay.
A lot of walleye.
A lot of walleye.
Sunfish.
Sunnies.
Seriously, walleye and sunny. That's the whole thing. You go out there and you're just, and the thing is, I'm telling you, I know people who spend more time planning their ice fishing expeditions than they ever spend time planning their financial future. And in Oklahoma, I'm not really sure what people spend more time planning, but people spend more time probably going to an OU game than they spend planning their financial future.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
So, Chris, what's the deal? What's going on? Why aren't people planning their financial future?
Just not allocating their money in the right direction. They start allocating their money towards something that's going to grow and not necessarily lose money. That is going to be a big feather in their cap because they can keep it consistent. They don't have to worry about where their financial future is going to be. They can set it almost on autopilot.
So if somebody is now debt-free or they're getting there and they're in a place in their life where they can start saving some money, start socking back some funds, putting some funds where it needs to go, what do you recommend for them?
Wow, that is a loaded question.
Come on, give it to me.
That is a loaded question. It depends on the type of person, how conservative they are, obviously. But the biggest thing I think is what part of their life are they in? Are they young? Are they middle aged? Are they now getting to where they're going to retire?
They're 45.
Okay,
they're 45. They're conservative. So conservative, in fact, they're upset that Donald Trump has won. They're a fundamentalist conservative, but they're happy he won versus the other guy. But they're frustrated.
It was actually a girl.
It was a girl. This is true story.
Guy, girl,
whatever. It doesn't matter. So it's a transgender culture. I'm beyond genders now, Z. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Sexism everywhere. But no, seriously, but if someone's listening now, they're kind of in their 40s. They own a business. They're fairly conservative. What do you recommend? What do they do first?
This happens a lot. A lot of guys have actually put their money into their businesses instead of planning for a financial future, investing in things. They'll just dump it back into their business, which I get it, but hoping one day that business will be worth something they can sell.
So I keep buying lobsters. I got a lobster restaurant. Every Thursday I go buy more lobster. I buy more lobster. Why should I stop buying lobsters, Chris? What's the deal?
Well, big thing is to make sure that you allocate it in the proper way. There's a thing called Index Universal Life Insurance Policies.
Do tell.
Index Universal Life Insurance Policies use the power of indexing, which is nothing more than seeing how the stock market opens when you buy the policy. 1 year later, when the policy closes out, you have the option you have the ability to buy options or actually exercise your right to the options, and now you can actually capture whatever the gains were. If you didn't have gains, you can sit out and you didn't get any interest rate, but you didn't lose a dime either.
So these are all moves. Now they did a lot of things to learn, but if somebody wants to get a hold of you, they want to meet with you, they go, it's too much. I'm trying to drive my car. I'm just trying to drive my Friday on the way home, and I'm amazed. I'm excited. I mean, it sounds great, but I just don't have a pen. I can't write it down. It's not safe. How do people get a hold of you? Where can they find you?
If you're driving down the road, remember myanchorgroup.com. We anchor your assets. That's our slogan.
myanchorgroup.com.
myanchorgroup.com. Now, phone number 918-591-2880. We're easy to get a hold of, easy to sit down with. We basically just sit down and talk about what you want to do with your future.
Now, we're talking about super move number 5. Be patient with purchases and with yourself. Now, Z, you when you started your optometry clinic, you were working out 7 days a week when you started.
7 days a week.
25 years ago, you started.
25 years ago. 25 years and 1 week, I might add.
And 1 week. This just in.
1 week.
From our home office. And so you were working 25 years and a week ago to start your business. How often did you have to remind yourself, be patient, you're growing it. Be patient. You're growing. How many times were you just like, why isn't it growing? I mean, how often do you have to remind yourself to go, you got to keep doing it. You got to stay focused.
Every day you got to wake up and game time and game face, and you got to, I'd paint my face, put, the OD on there, and you can paint my faint glasses on there, and then I would go to work and.
I actually have audio of when you started painting your face.
You know what? I tell you what. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that when we get back, but I'm excited about it. I queued up the song.
I'm going to play my audio after your audio. We come back.
Well, Chris was in the Navy.
He was in the Navy. How many years were you in the Navy?
9 years.
9 years. Crank it up, Z. Crank it up. We come back. We're going to be teaching super move number 5. Be patient with purchases and with yourself. In the Navy or not in the Navy? Oh, Z, we're talking today about something I'm excited about, something that really everybody listening should be excited about. We're talking about the 8 financial management retirement super moves to help you achieve financial freedom. If you're listening right now and you go, who are these people? My name is Clay Clark. I'm the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year, and I'm joined here with Dr. Robert Zellner here at the Thrive15.com World Headquarters. Sir, how are you?
I am fantastic. I am an entrepreneur trapped in an optometrist body. I am excited to be here on a Friday, and I'm excited about these 8 financial super moves because you're driving home, you've had a full work week,
Yep.
It's Friday.
Yep.
You're happy.
Happy.
You got football this weekend.
Things are going
you
great.
got the kids' games. You
Euphoria.
got the thing. I mean, we got beautiful weather in Tulsa right now.
Incredible
Actually, it's
weather.
getting a little, it's getting a little colder this weekend, but it's fall. It's fall. It's still nice.
My inner Norwegian loves the cold weather.
You're drawing.
As it goes down, I go up.
Is that why we keep it like 40 degrees in here?
It's at 60 at all times.
I almost see my breath. If you're
You
watching
like it, though.
Facebook
Secretly,
Live-
you like it, don't you?
I do. I like
Yeah.
it. But it's so we're here, and you know what I love about this show is people are calling in, people are emailing in, people are letting us know that we are giving them practical steps to help them start and or grow their business. That's what we're about.
Well, the thing is, right now, I will just say this, and I'm going to go on a slight rabbit trail, just a slight little tangent.
A little tangent.
When you're listening to a show like this, what you have to do is you have to say, am I happy with where I want to go, or with where I'm going? Are you happy with where I'm going? Because what happens is, if you're not intentional about planning your life and ordaining your destiny, you're going to drift to a place that you don't want to be at. And according to the Gallup, Gallup, there's a little statistic here. Just Google it tonight. The majority of employees are disengaged at work.
I know.
So according to Gallup, the majority of people do not like their job. And I want you to look it up tonight so you can see the statistics. It's over 70% of people don't like their job. Now, according to Forbes, 57% of people specifically want to start or grow a business.
They want to hold their destiny in their own hand. They want to be the man.
Yeah,
or,
and if
or
you-
the woman. I mean,
And let's just say you're listening right now and you are the man or the woman or the Kris Jenner of your own destiny, right? The Bruce Jenner.
Bruce,
Yours is-
Chris, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
A Jenner.
You're a Jenner. And the thing is, you are wanting to go from here to there. Well, one of the things you're going to have to do along the way is you're going to have to build a team.
Yes.
And you're going to need an accountant, You're going to need an accountant. You're going to need a lawyer, because you're going to get, if you start a business or grow a business, I swear to you, you will be sued at some point. You will be sued at some, it's going to happen.
Yeah, hopefully, yes. But, and here's one thing here's the heart of this show, Clay. 8 out of 10 businesses do what?
They fail.
They fail.
It's not fun.
But I'm telling you, we're going to do a poll, and people that listen to the Thrivetime show, that percentage is going to be drastically lower.
It has to be.
Than 80%. It has to be. That's our goal. If it's not, we're just going to just for 2 hours just slap each other.
And you have to build a team if you don't want to fail, okay? So you've got to get that accountant, okay?
Yes.
You've got to get that lawyer.
Yes.
You've got to get that sales guy, but you've got to have a financial advisor. You got to have somebody who's sitting there thinking about the things you're not thinking about financially.
Yeah, because it's not, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of fun things in life, but really, life insurance, it ain't fun.
Nah, it's not fun.
It's fun. It's not fun. I'm just being honest with you. It's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
And you know a guy here who is excited, though, about your financial future.
He makes it fun all show.
He is like Chuck E. Cheese of financial advising. He's so
like a
fun.
Big mouse of
he makes it
financial
fun.
advising.
He makes it fun. There's pizza. There's no, seriously, this guy
Little
makes it
balls
fun
that you throw around.
because he helps you win.
Yeah.
It's Chris Bryan here with Anchor Financial Group. Sir, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
I'm sorry to compare you to Chuck E. Cheese. I was
No,
playing
it's all right. I take that as a compliment.
Okay, we're talking about super move number 5. You got to be patient with purchases and with yourself. And Dave Ramsey says if you can't pay cash for an item, you can't afford it. Don't let monthly payments become a way of life for your family.
Re-roll that because I'm driving and the dude just kind of almost cut me off and I wasn't paying attention, and that is a powerful thing. Say that again, Clay.
Let me bring it back to my inner DJ. If you can't pay cash for an item, you can't pay cash for an item, you can't afford it. Don't let monthly payments become a way of life for your family. That's how it works. You can't.
Quite the DJ.
Okay, but
Somebody getting married around here? You did a wedding?
Yeah, I was trying to bring it back.
Yeah, there you go.
So, talk about this, Chris. What is the cycle of financing debt payments? What is the cycle that a lot of people get trapped in?
Well, they basically end up getting a over their head. I mean, they start thinking about this nice, bright, shiny new car, and they don't think about what then, after that monthly payment, the new wears off, they start thinking that buyer's remorse sets in, if you will. So yeah, it impacts in a retirement plan heavily, especially when the cars are priced, $60,000, $70,000 now for the nicer cars.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, this just in from Dave Ramsey. He says If you're looking for a shortcut to build wealth, you have the wrong spirit. It's built gradually, layer upon layer. Chris, somebody listening right now, they go, okay, I know I secretly, because your wife's in the car with you, and you don't make eye contact with her. Just look ahead. We're talking about other people. Okay, you're in the car by yourself. Don't even look in the mirror. We're not talking. Just work with me here. Your inner dialogue. You're going, I need some help. I feel like right now I'm feeling convicted. I'm feeling like I probably need to get a hold of a guy who can help me. Where can they get a hold of you? What's the phone number? What's the deal?
918-591-2880 or myanchorgroup.com. Either one of those places will get you to me, get you to my business partner, one of our wonderful staff. We can help you out. We're going to take you from zero. If you've saved nothing for retirement, that's I would say probably 70 to 75% of our clients are right there where you are. You've saved nothing. I'm in my 40s. What do I do? You're out of that 10 foot tall and bulletproof range, and now you're thinking, oh my gosh, my dad was 40 and he was already thinking of this or that or had a pension going or something. Yeah. What am I doing? I'm panicking. I have a sound effect, Z. I have a sound clip that I've recovered, and I've got the audio, the original audio from people who chose not to give you or someone like you a call, and I'm going to play it now.
First off, I am 35 years old. I am divorced, and I live in a van down by the river.
Now that's the thing is now that they get now. I have more of the audio. One more audio clip here. This is here's the deal. This is if you do not call. What's your website, sir? How do they get a hold of you?
Myanchorgroup.com.
What's your phone number?
918-591-2880.
If they do not have a financial advisor, whether it's you or somebody else, someone helping them get to where they want to go, this is audio of what people said. They go, I wish I would have called.
Now you kids are probably saying to yourselves, hey, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get the world by the tail and wrap it around and pull it down and put it in my pocket. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're probably going to find out as you go out there that you're not going to amount to jack.
That's pretty heavy.
That's heavy.
Well, I've got a question, though. Chris, oftentimes I hear people ask me, they go, how young is too young to start saving? Or I get on the flip side of I'm too old. I should have started a long time ago. I'm too old. I've got to do something. I got to gamble. I got to buy lottery tickets now with this money because, I got no shot at getting a nest egg because I'm too old. And then that people are like, well, am I too young to start? What do you tell people? What are those two? How do you address those two questions?
You're never too old or too young to start saving, Dr. Z. I think the big thing is to make sure that, I have a lot of grandparents that buy policies, that buy things and put them in place for their grandkids that will actually project them to be millionaires by the time they're 65. And they put this little bit in and it just grows. Time and compounding interest, just like Benjamin Franklin said, it is amazing.
Z, I have to preach something here. Here's the deal.
Oh, come on now.
If you do not have a complete commitment to saving money,
if I do not have it,
you are absolutely going to disqualify yourself from buying opportunities in the future.
Come on now.
You must learn how to save. You have to learn how to
dog will hunt. That dog's hunting.
If you don't learn how to save, what's going to happen is you are going to end up financially in the toilet, and you're going to end up feeling really bad all the time. So you've got to get yourself on a disciplined financial saving regimen. And I know nobody better than my brother from another mother.
Come on now.
Mr. Chris, he ain't lying, Brian. He's here for the Anchor Financial here. I want to cheer for him right now, Z. I want to cheer. You could get people, someone's listening right now, they go, I have no financial discipline. I need some help. Will you help them?
Absolutely. Two things I hate to get. I have a radio show of my own in Bartlesville. I don't know if you know that or not, but my radio show, we get two types of callers sometimes that call in, and one is I'm 55 and I've saved nothing, or the other one is I'm 75 and I've run out of money. Big mistakes. Start planning early. Make sure that you start putting money away fast and furious if you can.
You have to start somewhere, and I'm just telling you, you can absolutely do it. But if you are not willing to save or to become to create a regimen of financial discipline, you're never going to get to where you want to go.
So wait a second, Clay. So let's say,
okay,
I've got 10 bills that come in every month, guaranteed.
10 bills,
and I've got money to pay 9 of them, and I juggle that 10th one. I juggle.
This just in from our home office. There's a book called Exodus. It's in the Bible, controversial. And in Exodus, it talks about how people would work on the 6th day. It's crazy. God created the earth in 6 days, rest on the 7th. Genesis, he talks about it as well.
Yeah.
Elon Musk says you should work 80 hours. He actually says you should work like hell, which is not in the Bible. But the thing is, you must work more than 5 days a week if you want to get ahead. Check it out.
Oh, so you're saying if I've got more bills than I have money, and I can't cut any of them because I just choose not to, and yet I want to have some extra money to pay off those bills and to start saving, I should get another job?
Yeah, you should get another job, or you should listen to copious amounts of gangster rap music and buy a bunch of Twizzlers and just go to the try to find some place like some kind of billiard hall, take up smoking, copious amounts of drinking, gangster rap. That's your future. Buy lottery tickets. All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the Thrivetime Show, presented by EW Scripts Company and Thrive15.com. If you have business questions, we have business answers. It's Thrivetime Show during your drive time home. It's really business school without the BS. My name's Clay Clark. I'm a father of 5 human kids. A lot of people say, 5 kids? Are they human kids? Yeah. Are you Mormon?
Yes.
Are you Mormon? What's your deal? Here's the thing. My wife and I, we said, hey, we want to have 5 kids. Boom, we had 5 kids. And I'm not going to get into the details or the specifics, the game plan. But I will tell you, we intentionally had 5 kids. We have 5 great kids, 4 daughters, 1 son. It's a great thing. And we have a lot of different businesses we're involved in. And I'm just blessed and honored to be on a show with a guy who's been a mentor in my life, a kind of a business guru. And I will say, I mean this sincerely, probably my favorite male human.
Wow.
I would say
you don't get around much.
No.
That's probably true.
I know. Again, I'd never go outside. I never interact, but I've said currently you are my favorite male human, Dr. Robert Zellner.
Well, I appreciate that, Clay, very much, and you do have 5 beautiful children. I will confirm that, by the way.
Yeah.
That is a confirmation, and you've got, I don't know, maybe pushing 50 chickens now.
Yeah, the chicken population is starting to grow. We're getting eggs. Things are going well. Heading into Thanksgiving, there's a lot of great things to be thankful for it's Camp Clark and Chicken Palace.
Have you guys eaten one of those chickens yet?
No, we haven't, but the raccoons have. And we're just trying to work through that scenario right now. But I will tell you, if you're listening right now and you're saying, hey, I'm trying to save my nest eggs. I don't want my eggs to be eaten by those raccoons. I want to save my financial future.
Save them.
I want to save. We have a show for you. We're talking about the 8 financial management retirement super moves to help you achieve financial freedom. And if you missed some of the steps, you can go to thrivetimeshow.com. You can check out the podcast. It's on blast. You can listen to it. You can share it with somebody. You can download it. You can just hit play and pause and play and pause and play and pause. Boom, it's awesome. But today we have an incredible guest here. It's Mr. Chris Bryan with Anchor Financial Group. Sir, how are you?
Doing well. Thank you.
People who don't know you, give kind of a quick commercial. Who are you? What's your background? I'm doubtful. I'm a listener. I'm very skeptical. Give me some
kind of scam working.
Wow. Well, born and raised in Green Country, Oklahoma. So these guys that you call Oklahomies are my kind of peeps.
Now, I understand that you've helped people invest more than $600 million in assets. Is that true?
That's true. I have clients that range from just now starting a retirement plan all the way up to $600 million in assets.
Okay, so here's my little pushback. See, Dr. Z,
you go to push
with Dr. Z and I, we know a guy.
Fighting.
And what you'll do is his name's Merton. His name's Marvin. No, it's Marvin. He's on the east side. Marvin. What you do is you call him, you get a little money, he puts it in, boom. Next thing you know, you get it back. You put in $600, he gives you $700. He gives you. He's got a big old package, a financial package. He's got some what we would call penny stocks that he's invested in that are going to be huge.
Huge.
They're transformative. They're what we call
Change your life.
disruptive stocks. Disruptive. And it's so big.
Yes, disruptive.
They're so big, the SEC has not been able to fully investigate them. And
Yeah,
Europe,
but,
they're huge.
It's totally legal, of course.
What advice would you have for us? Because we know a guy.
You know a guy that knows a guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, big time. All you have to do is remember that you've got to start. If you don't start, you're not going to finish. So big thing is start your retirement plan as early as you possibly can. Get it into something that preferably doesn't lose money, as we spoke of earlier. I think the big thing is, just as an example, being taxed on the seed and not the harvest. That's a great.
Okay, get into that. What does that mean?
Okay.
Whoa.
I know that's phenomenal to say, but being taxed on the seed, I mean, there's only certain vehicles that they max out. Your IRA, you can only put $5,500 a year into an IRA or $5,500 into a Roth, which is being taxed on the seed and not the harvest, by the way. But it limits us, and there is another option out there.
What is the other option? What's the Holy Grail?
Life insurance is the most overlooked product on the market today.
Really?
Life insurance is a beautiful, flexible product.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Do tell.
Life insurance tends to give you the flexibility. For instance, if you're starting putting into a life insurance policy 10 years from now, you have something that you could actually take a loan from and collect the arbitrage yourself. You know what arbitrage is, right?
Well, first off, you said flexibility, so I was thinking about...
I think like a Russian gymnast or something.
Yeah, like a Russian
like
gymnast.
a gold medal Olympian.
With fish oil,
right?
Steroids, the whole deal.
Cirque du Soleil.
So what's triage?
Arbitrage. Arbitrage is merely making the difference between, for instance, a banker will take your money, put it into a CD, give you 1%. Then he turns around in a car loan and he gives that out at 4%. Well, he just made a 3% arbitrage. Now, Dr. C, you should know something about that.
Is that ethical?
Now, I'm going to tell you...
That sounds good.
I'm going to tell you what I did.
I want arbitrage.
I was doing some psychological warfare. See, he says, what is arbitrage? I ask him what is triage. He circles back. Boom, I win.
You win.
Unbelievable.
You avoided your question. You're
My
so
financial
smart.
knowledge is complete. Tom Brady. That's the answer to all the questions.
Belichick.
Okay, now seriously, if someone wants to get a hold of you, they go, this sounds interesting. Tell me more. How do they get a hold of you?
MyAnchorGroup.com. If you're driving down the road, don't stop and write it down unless you're willing to pull over. That's fine. 918-591-2880.
Billy, grab the wheel. Grab the wheel.
I'm at the ditch.
Oh, write this number down. Grab the wheel, Billy. Okay, no, but seriously, super number 6, get on the same team with your spouse. Why do you have to get on the same team with your spouse financially, Chris? What's the deal?
Because everybody likes peace in their life. That's why. Because if you don't, you're going to end up disagreeing at some point.
I'm a fighter. I'm looking for a fight. I swear, I got something to say. I've slept on the couch every week, and I tell you what, I'm going to win this fight. We don't need to be on the same. No, but seriously, so you want to get on the same team with your spouse. Now, Dave Ramsey says couples who want unity in their marriage need to be willing to depend on each other for accountability and support. He goes on to say, when you and your spouse agree on spending, you agreed on dreams, fears, goals, and priorities. Who needs to be calling you right now? Who needs to be talking to you if they're and their spouse, they're kind of going, I don't know if we're on the same page. Who should be calling you? Everybody? Some people? Who should be calling you?
Everyone that has a question about it, the big thing is education. Let's get educated about it before we make a decision. I mean, there's a novel idea. Let's find out exactly what's out there and see what our options are. That's the big first move.
What's the right time to call you? Is it better to call you at 4 a.m., 2 a.m.? I know you prefer the 4 a.m. Waffle House calls. So if someone's at Waffle House, call you right at 4 a.m., or what's the best time to call you?
Go on the website at any time, but anywhere from 9 to 5, you're going to find somebody there to answer the phone for you.
Hey, Z, what we'll do is we'll go to Waffle House after we go to the casino. We'll call Chris Bryan with Anchor Financial and get our questions answered at 4 in the morning.
And all the money we win at the casino, we'll be able to finally invest some.
Unbelievable.
That's a great idea.
This guy's open 24/7.
Unbelievable.
Tom Brady. No, seriously. So you schedule appointments. You meet with people. You sit down and you have a calm conversation. How long should people plan in their schedule?
First time, maybe 20 minutes. All I'm doing is a fact finder. I want to know where they are, where they want to go.
Facts Finder. Sounds very accurate.
Very accurate.
Very accurate.
Very easy.
Sounds scary. Now, Supermoon number 7, be prepared for emergencies. Z, this just in from our home office off the left coast of the Arkansas River. Bad things are going to happen, Z. Bad things are going to happen to good people. This just in.
It's true. It's going to happen, and that's why you have to have a little bit of what we call a rainy day fund. And when we come back, we're going to unpack that.
We're going to unpack it.
And if you have that, it's going to allow you to still follow your dreams and be a lover of dreams. And be a dream lover.
This Mariah Carey Dream Lover reference, this shows yet again that I should have been an optometrist and you should have been a disc jockey. It shows yet again. You missed your calling.
Who says I'm not?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's working. He's
all right.
He's revamping the Millennium Club here.
Hey.
Hello, Thrive Nation, and welcome back to the Thrivetime Show during your drive time home. And yes, it is true, we're local, and nothing is more local than Oklahoma Joe's, Z, on this Friday. Nothing is more local than Oklahoma Joe's.
Burnt ends and baked beans. I think I could live on them.
I'm going to tell you one thing I did this past Friday. True story. I went in and I got 2 quarts of baked beans. And we weren't even having barbecue. My wife was making some curry and some great stuff. And I said,
you guys are into the curry thing.
We are. And I said, you know what goes good with curry? My mother-in-law was in town. Baked beans, the world's best baked beans. So I went up there and got some local baked beans. I went over there to the one by the Bass Pro Shop in Broken Arrow.
Oh, yeah.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful.
And I went in there and I said, just give me the best thing you've got. And the lady says, baked beans.
Baked beans.
And she brought it. It changed the direction of my weekend.
Well, and that's what'll happen. What you put in is what you're going to get out.
Had I not invested in those 2 quarts of baked beans, my weekend would have gone to the bottom like a submarine, which reminds me of the Navy, which reminds me of our guest, which reminds me of Chris Bryan with Anchor Financial Group. Sir, how are you?
I'm doing good, guys. You guys are nuts. I love you guys.
We have a great time on the show, and in all sincerity, we're trying to help you financially get to where you want to go. Thrivers, we're talking about the 8 super financial moves to help you get where you want to go financially. Super move number 7, be prepared for emergencies. Dave Ramsey says this: your emergency fund is not an investment. It's insurance with one purpose, to protect you and your family. Whoa, Chris, go for it. What's he talking about?
Absolutely. You got to have something you can get to quickly in an emergency. Every one of my clients, it's the first thing I ask them, what's their emergency fund? What's in it? If we got $1,000, but you'd be surprised how many Americans don't even have $1,000 in their savings account for emergencies, when we all know deductibles on insurance now are what, $5,000, $6,000, almost $7,000 going to next year. So unbelievable amount of money can be asked for at any given time. So building that up first and foremost is a good idea.
Now, Dave Ramsey says there's always something coming in a few months that will cost money. So be prepared. Where do people get this wrong?
Well, one big thing they get it wrong is they tie it up in some kind of an asset that they can't get money from. For instance, a lot of people want a house paid off. That's great. That's fantastic.
It's great. It's a great move.
You lose your job?
Not a great move.
Can you get a loan on the house? No, they're not even going to give you the time of day. Even it may be an asset.
Repeat it, please. Repeat it again.
Okay, if you get your house paid off, you pay your house off, it is an asset. You're right. However, if you need money off that asset and you've lost your job, there's no money there that anyone's going to loan you, because you've lost your ability to gain an income, whether it be being laid off or just absolutely having a disability that kept you from working.
Which is why Z and I, we put the money in the walls. We hidden the cash inside the walls of the house. So should there be an emergency, our main man Chris Bryan would be wrong, because we would just take a crowbar, boom, we get in there, we get all the cash out. Obviously, we cash out of our own home. Unbelievable. Liquidity, I call that.
Liquidity. In our house. So it is in our house, but it's not in our house.
Unbelievable. Tom Brady posters everywhere.
Belichick.
I put the Tom Brady and Belichick over the hole in the wall so no one suspects it. Obvious.
Yeah, no one will go over there and mess with that. An old nasty T-shirt.
Obvious. Now, here's the thing. I want to go ahead. I want to read this to you because it's a fun factoid about Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal. This is from Bloomberg. This is not from the Chris Bryan Apologist Network. This is from Bloomberg. He says this in Bloomberg: O'Neal doesn't need Gold Bond's money or the rest of his $20 million endorsement income, and he says he doesn't count it. When he first came to the NBA, his money manager Lester Knispel, I believe, persuaded him to sock away more than $1 million a year in annuities. That income is now enough to live on, O'Neal says, just in case all this stuff goes bad. His endorsement income, he says, is mostly for his 6 children. I have all the toys I want. What's he talking about? An annuity? I thought we were talking about Shaquille O'Neal here. What are we talking about, annuities?
Yep, another unknown thing out there. A lot of people have this bad genre, this bad thing. Oh, I don't want an annuity, because back in the 80s, in the 80s and early 90s, if you died and your wife died early, Well, your kids got nothing. It all went back to a life insurance company. Not so today. Not so. Every dime you put in it comes back to you. Either it be an income that you cannot outlive or onto your heirs.
Back in the day, I tell you what, annuities were terrible. Back in the day, remember that, Z? Back in the day, awful. Back in the day, have other things changed since back in the day financially, or is this still? Are we still listening to this kind of music and quad skating around financially? Is it still jean jackets and bad things happening with annuities?
Big hair.
I think jean jackets are coming back, but I don't think that has anything to do with the finances. The financial products out there now are a lot more cutting edge than they used to be. Most people that got a bad idea about an annuity, for instance. You've got all of these major ball players. They're paid through annuities. All of their contracts are paid through annuities. So why not leverage the same thing that the guys are making millions on, even if you've only got a nest egg of $250,000 or $50,000?
So what is an annuity then? For everybody listening, I'm driving home. I'm thinking, okay, you guys are talking about annuities. What is an annuity?
Very simple. Life insurance companies have annuities. Banks have CDs. It's an investment product where you can not lose money, and you could actually gain based on market gains using this neat little thing called indexing.
I don't know what you've been talking about for the last hour and a half. I have had a lot of Oklahoma Joe's beans. I just want to know, what's your website? How do I get a hold of you? Because I'm just trying to eat these beans, and I'll call you later. What's the number?
Number is 918-591-2880. And our website is myanchorgroup.com.
I only hear things the second time first. Can you say that again?
Myanchorgroup.com, 918-591-2880. We'd love for you to call.
Awesome. Now, Z, coming up when we come back after the break, we're talking about super move number 8. And Z, do you want to know what super move number 8 is?
I can hardly wait. I'll tell you what, I've been waiting. This is the 8th and final one. I've been driving home. I'm going slow because I don't want to miss it.
Creeping.
I'm kind of creeping now. I've stopped a couple times.
Law enforcement is worried about you.
Parked at a truck stop for a little bit. I'm easing back on the road, and I'm almost home for super move number 8.
Just idling down the road. Thrivetime Show. All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back, Oklahomies, to the left coast of the Arkansas River, where we are broadcasting deep within the bowels of the Thrive15.com world headquarters, inside the dojo of Mojo, broadcasting, providing you with that audio excellence that you just can't find during the workday. Got a little darker in here, a little bit darker in here. It's kind of a
mood lighting.
We're talking today about the 8 financial super moves to help you get to where you want to go financially. My name's Clay Clark. I'm former SBA, Small Business Administration Entrepreneur of the Year. And I'm joined here. I'm in the presence of greatness. And you cannot debate this. If you drive around Tulsa, you'll see the Dr. Z signs everywhere.
You can debate it.
You can debate it, but okay, fine. It's Dr. Robert Zellner. Sir, how are you?
I am fantastic. And everybody listening out there, listen, we tried to bring you radio excellence. We do. We're the number 1 rated business show out of Tulsa.
Yeah. Apparently, out of there's no other shows.
There's no other shows. But listen, for those of you who make it home, you've driven home. Maybe your shift is earlier and you're already home. Yep. You get on Facebook Live and you're watching us, right?
Oh yeah, a lot of people tune in to watch you, not me.
We've got some visual candy for them coming up very soon, and I'm excited about it.
He was matriculated in the United States Navy. He is what I would call a beautiful man.
Yes.
He's got a beautiful mind, like Russell Crowe. Beautiful man like Brad Pitt. Beautiful mind like Russell Crowe. He's got the whole thing going.
Russell Pitt?
Yeah, Russell Pitt. He's the whole deal. This guy, not only that, but he knows the whole financial game. He knows how to financially get where you want to go. He is one of the partners there with Anchor Financial Group. And let me tell you what, it's like chicken soup for the financial soul right here.
It's
is. Chris Bryan. Sir, how are you?
I'm doing well. You guys I need to record this over and over and over, and my wife needs to hear this while she sleeps.
You can tell her to go to thrivetimeshow.com and just hit repeat on the show right here.
Right.
I want to pivot. I want to ask this because a lot of people want to know. They want to know the man behind the financial genius. Where did you meet your wife? Where did you meet her?
I actually met her at a bar here in Oklahoma.
Really?
I did.
Really?
The old Midnight Rodeo, the original one.
The Midnight Rodeo.
Did you ever DJ there, Clay? Back in the day.
I sent a lot of DJs there, but I never went there. I did the Yucatan liquor stand.
Oh, yeah,
it
that was your jam.
That was
Remember
right in front of the old Target.
Yeah.
And the thing about the Yucatan liquor stand, which was great, is that they were trying to get a volleyball tournament going. And most people who went there were like north of 40.
Yeah.
And they would try to get these Thirsty Thursday volleyball tournaments going. And I traveled out to Florida for a speaking event less than about 3 years ago. It's probably 2.5 years ago. I go there, and this lady goes, so I'm in my suit, and she says, what do you do? And one of the videographers was just screwing with me and screwing with her. He goes, yeah, this guy is the guy who DJs at the Yucatan liquor stand. And he said that because he knew that was true.
Yeah. And in Florida. This is in Florida.
And she goes, oh my gosh, you're the guy. And I'm like, so it was DJ Clay on
Your
the Thirsty
fans
Thursdays.
are everywhere.
Oh, there's like 6 of them. They were loving it. But anyway, so seriously, we're talking today about the super moves, the 8 super moves to help you financially get to where you want to go. Super move number 8,
Clay. Why don't you recap the first 7? I just tuned in. I want to know whether it's worth going to thrivetimeshow.com and listening to this show.
Super move number 1. Z, I give you super move number 1. Boom. Start with a plan.
Okay.
All right. Super move number 2. This just in from our home office here. Super move number 2. Create a budget. Tell your money where to go.
That's important.
Super move number 3. I submit to you. Give yourself some fun money so you'll stay on budget and you can afford Tom Brady tickets. Super move number 4. Say goodbye to all of your debt. Super move number 5. You got to be patient with your purchases and with yourself, like Belichick. Super move number 6. You got to get on the same team with your spouse, because if you're not on the same team with your spouse,
Brady and Gronk.
It's like Brady and Gronk. They're like one together. It's like 2 become 1. It's like a Spice Girls song. It's amazing. They love each other. Super move number 7. You got to be prepared for emergencies, like when the other team no longer allows you to deflate the balls when you need to deflate the ball.
Emergency.
And super move number 8, if you want to be great financially, it's make daily decisions with the end goal in mind. So here we go. Notable quotable. Begin with the end in mind, start with the end outcome, and work backwards to make your dream possible. Wayne Dyer, best-selling author. Why do you have to start to meet with a financial advisor, Chris, who can help you kind of automate those daily decisions, or at least help you make a plan where the automatic where those daily decisions become the right decisions over and over again?
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Big thing is making sure that when you do have that plan in place, you've got someone to help you hold accountable. I mean, accountability is huge in business and anything. And when we hold ourselves accountable, both with the spouses, if you got your husband and your wife, and you're holding each other accountable when the man wants to buy a new boat and the girl wants to buy a new purse. That's really what happens in my household. Those kind of things balance out. You've got to have that middle ground. So once you actually get those things going in the right direction, and you just need someone to help encourage those things.
For somebody who's trying to get their love life together, Z.
Yeah.
For somebody who's trying to, Chris, I want to ask this question. How do you get you and your wife on the same financial page? If she wants to buy the purse, you want to buy the boat. You can't agree. How do you agree financially without completely killing your love life? How do you do it?
Smaller purse, smaller boat at first.
Okay. Yeah, smaller.
Work your way up.
Okay.
Yeah, don't buy the big nitro.
So a little dinghy and a little clutch.
Right.
For someone who's listening right now who knows a little bit about compound interest, but not as much as you do. They haven't studied it, haven't looked at it. Why is it such a magical and powerful wonder of the world?
It's just a miracle of compounding interest. Ben Franklin said it right. The big thing is making sure that when you get money in there, your money wants to make money, and the minute you stop making it make money is the minute where you're just stagnant. You don't want to be stagnant with your money.
Now, you have a free gift for all of our listeners. For tonight's listeners, apparently you have a free book called the Safe Money Book. It's 115 pages. It has a safe money retirement kit. It's free for all the listeners.
Absolutely, and it's not legalese, guys. This is something that you can read. You can actually comprehend, which is really nice
with
today.
Words?
With words.
Is there pictures? Because I need pictures.
It has a few diagrams, which is nice. It takes up a few of those pages for people people like me.
Now, seriously, for anyone listening, though, and this is, it's called the Safe Money Book. It's a 115-page book and Safe Money Retirement Kit. How can they get a hold of this? They say, I need to have it. I want to have it. Give me that book. How can they get it?
They can just go to the website, myanchorgroup.com. They can request it there. We'll actually get on the phone with them and actually build them a Safe Money Retirement Kit specifically for them.
I have some rude questions I'm going to ask. I shouldn't ask. I'm going to ask them here. Here we go. One, what is your motive? What's your motive to help people out financially? What do you get out of it? If I come to you, I hire you, is this a job? Are you making profit? Is it ethical? Is it ethical, Z?
Well, profit's not a dirty word, of course. However, we do try to put things in there where we're not making money on a consistent basis every year on your money. Yeah, we might get paid one time, but that's just it. A securities advisor makes money whether you win or lose. We make it one time, and we set you on a course. We put your retirement on autopilot and check in with you on a once a year basis and do an annual review.
I want references. I don't know if you're real people. Where can I find more information?
Are you real?
Go to our website. Great source. We've got testimonials. We've got reviews if you're a Google person. We've got quite a few things there to look through. Lots of educational things, podcasts. It really is kind of endless there. You could spend a lot of time there at myanchorgroup.com.
What if I want to get financially pumped up, where I'm saying, I want to get pumped up. I need to have a guy who pumps me up. I need to be encouraged. I need to get the pump. I need to get the pump. Do you do that?
Absolutely. Yeah. Give me a call, 918-591-2880. I'll pump you up.
Will you talk with that kind of accent, like an Austrian accent?
I can do it, yeah.
Yeah, there
Z,
we go.
what rude question do you have for Chris here? Do you have any rude questions about, because people are wanting to know. People are asking right now. They're going, hey, I've got a few questions.
Okay, here's a rude question. Okay, I'm out here. Listen, I'm driving home. I'm already home. I'm listening to the show, and I'm going, man, I'm just getting started. I'm young. I don't have a whole lot of money. Sounds like these guys are like for the big dogs, for all the people with the millions to invest and all the stuff. They're doing all the annuities and Roth IRAs you threw out there, legalese. I've just got a little bit of money to invest every month. Am I wasting your time? Can I come by?
Absolutely not. The younger you are, the less money you have, that's fine. That's a good place to start because you can always build off of it. Everything is a. So
you're not going to toss me out. You're going to go like you're not a big enough fish. Throw you back in the lake.
No, Z, here's the deal.
In the ice fishing hole.
Z, I'm going to tell you this. We have something that we have for anybody who's in the financial hole, for anybody who's struggling, anybody who's really doing well. We have built the world's best business coaching platform. Z, you and I teamed up and we said, you know what? We want to build the world's best business coaching platform. I'm going to tell you why. Because I had probably thousands of people say, hey, can I pick your brain for coffee?
Sure.
And you probably had many more than thousands.
Yeah, and you only have so much caffeine in your body, and then you're like, ah.
And I started discovering, though, when I would sit down and try to mentor a young guy, try to teach him how to start or grow a business, I wasn't with my wife, wasn't with my kids, and so you and I teamed up. We started Thrive15.com. Tell them about it, Z.
It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's the Netflix of business coaching for $19 a month. That's it. Just $19 a month. I spend more to Starbucks. For only $19 a month, you can get on there, and you know what? You can binge watch 24/7. You may never sleep again. Just, hey, get the coffee.
We have thousands of videos.
Get the coffee you're going to buy us and just watch videos and drink
watch
coffee.
It till your brain explodes.
Downloadables, in-person workshops at your fingertips.
Thrive15.com. And as always, Z, 3, 2, 1, boom!
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and ranking there with Google.
And also we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah. So here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months. Or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut, and we didn't know.
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. They implemented those systems. They taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, but that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Moore. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. 1 month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you're looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Colaw with Colaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits. how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Crockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours, where he does these tours all across the country where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy. Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant, and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal, and they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down, because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company, or navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us. This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See? It's nice, right? So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood. This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
The Thrivetime Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the world's highest rated and most reviewed business workshops, because we teach you what you need to know to grow.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you. And now you may be thinking, what does it actually cost to attend an in-person 2-day interactive Thrivetime Show business workshop? Well, good news. The tickets are $250 or whatever price that you can afford. What? Yes, they're $250 or whatever price you can afford. I grew up without money, and I know what it's like to live without money. So if you're out there today and you want to attend our in-person 2-day interactive business workshop, all you got to do is go to thrivetimeshow.com to request those tickets. And if you can't afford $250, we have scholarship pricing available to make it affordable for you.